Now this is cool.
I'm Chris with GrowerTalks.
Love this guy. Hey, I'm Chris from GrowerTalks and Green Profit Magazine. Chris Beytes, editor-in-chief, that is. And I am here at Cultivate'24 covering the giant trade show. We're going to walk around with Osvaldo Cuevas, videographer extraordinaire, looking for cool new products, both in hard goods and live goods. Now, a couple of caveats. Can't cover the whole show in one video. The video would be 3 days long. So it's a couple of dozen of the things that we kind of liked. Also, we're looking at some of the Reader's Choice Awards from the Garden Center group. Not covering all of those, just a smattering of them as we go along. So a couple of caveats there, but we've got a lot to cover in a short time to do it. So Osvaldo, you ready, buddy? Let's do it. Labor. It's something everybody is trying to control the costs on. Plus, finding good people is challenging. Well, I found a product that might help with that. It's called the Burrow Grande. Burrow is an autonomous mobility device that can move plants either just on top of it or, even better, as Osvaldo showed, pulling entire trains of carts or wagons through your fields. This is the original one. It was actually shown at Cultivate last year, kind of in a dark corner. I don't know if anybody noticed it or not. I missed it. They've introduced a new one. This is the Burrow Grande. It's bigger, it's stronger, the battery lasts longer, and it is designed to pull carts, trains of carts around your nursery fields without any human intervention. It works off of GPS when it's outdoors and off of LiDAR when it's indoors, like in a production setting. And you, the grower or owner, can program its route, map it on a computer, and it'll follow that route. It'll start and stop where you want it to. It'll change speeds. It's not an inexpensive little device. I think they said this goes for about $38,000. But then again, what's an employee on a tractor cost you? So that is the Burrow Grande from the company Burrow. I'm going to be showing you a mix of both hard goods and plant material here at Cultivate'24. And I'm going to do both right now with a dual award winner as designated by Danny Summers' Garden Center group members and their Retailer's Choice Award. The first award winner is this container. It's Proven Winners 30-second planter, where you can do either a single plant like this salvia or a recipe of multiple varieties, combo planter. Instant gratification, drops right down into a pot or in the landscape for the consumer. And then the second award winner is the salvia in here. It's called Unplugged Red. It's brand new for this year. Joins Unplugged White, which is also introduced, and the rest of the Unplugged family. Big, beautiful red flowers. It's a pollinator and hummingbird attractor as well. So that's two award winners here at the Proven Winners booth. Things are getting spacey here at Terra Nova Nurseries, where we found another Retailer's Choice Award winner. It is a Rudbeckia called Lion Cub. Actually introduced last year. People loved it then. The retailers loved it because it's floriferous, nice and compact. It's an annual or biannual, zone 6 to 7, but mostly it's cute. And that's actually why they named it Lion Cub, for these cute little lion-like flowers. Well, it's been a while since we've been excited by greenhouse technology, but this year Rovero has introduced two greenhouses. The first, it's not new, but it's newly engineered under new ownership. It's the Rovero Roll Air greenhouse. These are manufactured in the Netherlands, but you can see what it's doing right now. Osvaldo's capturing it as it closes down. It's an open roof greenhouse that is a roll style. It's got a really strong poly covering that they say lasts from anywhere from 6 to 10 years, depending on your location. Osvaldo, get in right here and watch the tube as it tightens up and clinches the fabric down and makes a really tight waterproof seal. You can get inside here and you can see the motor drive right there. It's not a tube motor, it's a regular motor, easy to maintain, even change if necessary. Works really well, it's really simple. But this has people really excited. Now, if we work back this way, we'll see one more greenhouse. This is the Horty House. It's a more traditional wide span greenhouse, double roof vents. The key with the Horty House is, well, you know how hard it is to change plastic on a greenhouse roof? This one, you can change it from the inside. I won't get into all the details of how that works, but it makes it much simpler and safer to install or replace your double poly plastic. So that's the Horty House and the Roll Air, both from Rovero. Hey, can you get me a cup of coffee out of this fancy machine here?
Yeah, you want 20-10-20 or 15-16-17? What are you looking for?
I prefer a dark roast Colombian. Oasis Grower Solutions has a new product. For those of you who root cuttings, you'll want to take note of the Rhizo plug. R-H-I-Z-O, Rhizo plug. It is a foam plug, much like their wedge that you're used to doing poinsettias in standard plug tray sizes. So you can run it through your automation. They do a 72, a 105, a 128. They come pre-packaged in the trays. Now, the foam itself, here's what you need to know about it. It's not the regular wedge style foam. It's actually about half the density of it. They compare it to angel food cake instead of pound cake. And that makes for fast rooting, easy sticking, but it also has a surfactant in it, which makes it easy to wet and helps hold the moisture in the cube. It's also very clean, sterile, of course. And again, this can run right through your automatic transplanter. So those are the Rhizo plugs from Oasis Grower Solutions. All that water coming out of those beautiful breakers, we must be at Dram, where they've got two new, simple products that could be both for growers or, I guess, for serious gardeners. How about this? This is called the Post Mount Sprinkler Holder. What it is this beautiful blue anodized holder that will go on really any kind of a post. A fence post, the round column, doesn't really matter as long as it fits inside here. And it comes with a sprinkler and the hose connection. Goes for, I think, about $35, $38 retail with the sprinkler. Pretty good deal. And then if you need to control your irrigation and break up the water into different locations, you want this one-touch, high-flow twin shutoff. It's the same as their regular one-touch shutoff that you're used to on a water wand, but it's in a Y format for your hose bib. Cool ideas from Dram. Good. Why is it called Screaming Hornets? Screaming Hornets. Ooh. Ooh, ooh. Blackberry apple cider, cherry apple cider, filtered apple cider. Ooh, that's good. It does not surprise me one iota that the retailers from the Retailer's Choice Award selected a tropical plant for one of their winners. And that tropical plant is here at Foremost Co. It is a banana called No-No Pink Variegated. Well, the pink variegation is unique. That's obviously why they selected it. It's a banana, ornamental banana. It doesn't make fruit, just so to speak. Grows to 5 to 6 feet. It has this great pink variegation that gets even stronger in higher light. So that is a new banana, No-No Pink Variegated from Foremost Co. You know I love a good machine, and I always come to the Adept Ag, formerly Agronomics booth, to find them. This is the brand new PD-X3 pot dispenser. And what makes it special? Well, two features I can think of right off the bat. The first is it's doing 3 shuttle trays at one time. That means it's fast. I think they say up to 1,000 shuttle trays per hour. The second feature is that instead of loading the pots from the top, like most machines do, this one loads from the back at an angle, so it makes it much easier for your workers to keep it supplied with pots. And it uses the most modern servo motors and stepper motors to be efficient, fast, and foolproof. So that is the PD-X3 pot dispenser here at Adept Ag. Suntory. Suntory, where we find 2 more Retailer's Choice Award winners. I'm not going to dwell on them because I think I've shown you these things at TPIE and at the California Spring Trials. They're 2 of the new Sun Parasol Mandevillas Diplodenias. This one is fired up orange. Here you can really see the color tones that come as the flowers age. Beautiful, beautiful variety. Much more upright, very floriferous. And over here is an original XP called Bluephoria. And I'm happy to show you this one because while the flowers are starting to fade because it's been indoors, you can really see that rich mauve color in this Sun Parasol. There are a couple of new products here at BioBee at Cultivate'24, but I selected one to talk about because it looks like this. This is BugFlow, and it's pretty cool, huh? BugFlow is actually an automated hopper for dispensing your beneficial insects. It connects to an off-the-shelf battery-powered blower. This is a Makita, but you can get an adapter for Milwaukee and a DeWalt. And the key to how it operates, Osvaldo, I'm gonna open this thing up, I'm gonna run it. As I operate the blower, you can see the little augers in there turning gently to gently disperse your beneficials out into the greenhouse. And it does so very evenly, which is important. Now it holds about 3 liters of your favorite beneficial insect in there. And you can even do I guess what you'd call a hopper mix, like a tank mix of chemicals, a hopper mix of different beneficials. And here's the real key. If you were putting out your beneficials over an acre greenhouse by hand, it might take you an hour. They say you can do an acre in 10 minutes with the BugFlow from BioBee. LED lighting, very popular these days for all kinds of greenhouses. If you do top lighting of crops, this has been what Philips has generally offered in top lighting. Now they've got a whole new configuration. They call it the Green Power Top Lighting Force 2.0. I just like the name of that. And you see right away, a completely different configuration, a different shape. And what allows them to do that is what's called the Quadra-Beam lens. Did I get that right? Quadra-Beam lens that disperses the light out in 4 different directions. Also, you can get different light recipes in one lamp. So you can tune the light output for different crops. Also, this is the most powerful, highest output LED fixture they've ever made. It goes from 1,040 watts up to 1,400 watts. And with this configuration and that Quadra-Beam technology, you need fewer fixtures, which can save you money. It is not uncommon to see companies rebrand these days, and that is what Summit Plastics has done, renaming themselves Creo, which means create. And they've created 2 new products in growing containers. The first, haven't seen this before, Agave Grow. Agave Grow is a sort of a plastic, a bioplastic, you might say, made from the waste products, the byproducts of agave. Tequila, you know. And what they do is they combine the agave pellets with regular plastic pellets, often recycled, to create what looks and feels like a true, normal nursery pot. Now, they said these are actually darker than they should be. They left them in the mold a little too long and they kind of cooked them. It would normally be kind of a dark, nutty brown color. But this contains anywhere from 10 to 40% of the agave pellets, which means you've cut your plastic use by 10 to 40% just by switching pots. So that's pretty cool. These are recyclable. They're not biodegradable, but they can go through a regular recycling program. Now, if you want something that's biodegradable, that would be these Aceli pots made from a bio-based, sort of a bioplastic material, which does break down in the landfill or in the compost pile. And these can be customized, you can put different colors, printing on them, very competitive, lots of different sizes here, and they'll have more coming along. So there are 2 bio-based container products from, not Summit, Creo. the model 980G garden center cart from R.W. Rogers Company, based out of St. Charles, Illinois. I used to live right next to St. Charles. This is a Retailer's Choice Award winner. In fact, I was told, don't hold me to it, that some of the Garden Center Group members actually helped design this cart, the most obvious feature of which is this third layer. We've seen the two-layer carts, the two-tier carts forever, I think. They work great. But hey, what's it all about? The more plants a woman can carry, customer can carry, could be man, the more they will buy. And of course, they got to have their coffee here. There's a purse holder over here or whatever you want to hang. So it has all the great features of these garden carts, just space for more plants. That's from R.W. Rogers Company. Space, the final frontier, or in this case, rack space and truck space is the final frontier, and certainly a way to make more money. And the folks at Fused In have developed a way to get 50% more pots on your racks. How do you do it? Well, you make your pots square. These are some examples of their new square pots. And the idea is, compared to traditional round pots, again, 50% more pots on a shelf. For instance, with a 2.6 quart pot, you can get 32 versus 21 rounds. With a gallon pot, 21 versus 13. With a 3-gallon pot, 15 on a rack instead of 10. And oh, by the way, why is the company called Fused In? Because the image is fused in to the pot. Get it? And they can do any kind of printing on here you can imagine. So a way to save space, do some branding, and make more money from your potted plant products. The company Mycorrhizae Applications has been making mycorrhizae products for growers for quite a while. And these can really boost the growth of plants. Now they've got a line they're putting together for consumers called Magic Gardener. Quite a few different things they're going to have, but I'm going to focus on one that I like the sounds of. This is a mycorrhizae pod for trees and shrubs. Now let me just pop this open real quick so you can see what a pod looks like. The pod, there it is. This is a water-soluble packet that contains two types of mycorrhizae, both endo and ectomycorrhizae, because different plants like different types. And what you do is you plant this alongside a gallon pot, shrub, or tree. 1 pod per gallon pot size. So if you had a 3-gallon pot, you'd put 3 of these, 5-gallon pot, 5 of them, watered in, and these will basically take over the plant's root system and provide all that mycorrhizae goodness, capture of nutrients and the health benefits for the end consumer. So that is part of the Magic Gardener line, going to be introduced in 2025 for spring 2026 sales. Going to kind of wrap up our coverage here of Cultivate'24 with some more Retailer's Choice Award winners. Now, mind you, I'm not showing you everything that I saw. I'm not showing you every award winner. There are thousands of new varieties. I've showed you, what, a couple of dozen? You got to come to Cultivate yourself to really see all the fun action. But let's take a look at Angel Flare Angelonia from Ball Floor Plant. This is a Retailer Choice Award winner in part for this beautiful new Angel Flare Black, which contrasts so beautifully with the orchid and the cranberry color down here, orchid pink and cranberry. And it's a pollinator plant. Everybody loves pollinator plants, which is why the retailers also loved Darwin's new summer-long Agastache. Talk about floriferous and bright colors. Tremendous habit, very uniform for a perennial, wouldn't you say? And again, I mean, think how many pollinators are going to be attracted to this. And then lastly, from the Ball family, Star Roses and Plants right down here. I'll show you a new variety they've got. And here it is. Annie oak leaf. Get it? Hydrangea. Excuse me. Little Annie oak leaf hydrangea. An award winner. This is a compact oak leaf, hence the name Little Annie oak leaf, obviously, for the foliage habit. Nice white flowers. Another pollinator-friendly plant, and in the fall, the foliage will turn a lovely burgundy color. So all good retailer and end consumer traits. So that is a taste, a tie, the smattering up Paquito of new products and new varieties from Cultivate 2024. Again, if you want to see it all, well, you got to be here. I do my best, but it would take months to cover it all. Actually, I think I got an aisle over there I haven't quite covered thoroughly. So Osvaldo, let's see if we can find anything else. We're not done yet, son. Come on. Wasn't sure what.